Good morning everyone, today we're checking out a brand new video from Popcross Studios of turning more characters from the amazing world of Gumball into SCPs. Let's hop in and see who gets the monstrification we all expected.
A week ago, I put out a poll to my subscribers asking what things as SCPs video they wanted a sequel to from videos I've done in the past. And honestly, you all picked the one that I wanted to do a sequel to the most. So today I'm going to take some more characters from the amazing world of Gumball, make them creepier and more rendered looking, and give them some SCP lore. So let's get into it, shall we?
We're going to get Nicole and Rob. Now that's going to be goodness. Like if you want.
Subscribe
if you feel like it. By the way, enjoy the show. Let's hop in. Who's first?
Good evening, everyone.
Rob.
Today we will be continuing our lecture series on the entities that fall under the frustratingly labeled subcategory SCP-TAWOGB. The majority of these entities that have fallen through to our world are not inherently hostile, but their unpredictable and incredibly powerful abilities make them extremely dangerous and difficult to contain reliably. With that said, the first entity we will discuss does have some blatant hostile.
They do come from a cartoon world, and even then in that world, physics is very loose.
Intentions, specifically towards previously discussed entities in this category, 01 and 02.
Yep.
Thankfully, this has also proven to be his own greatest weakness.
He was made by them.
Item number SCP-TAWOGB-12. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures.
Okay.
The entity is to be housed in...
I wasn't expecting him to be Euclid. I honestly thought Rob would have definitely been a Kettle class.
...in a cell with all available reinforcements built into the structure. He is to be provided paper and pencils or similar writing equipment. He is also to be regularly encouraged to come up with new plans and strategies to thwart, defeat, or otherwise kill his so-called arch-nemeses, entities 01 and 02. If he begins to speak or write about an intent to actively move forward with one of these plans, he is then to have a visit from a Foundation operative who will review the plan and explain all the holes and problems with it, prompting him to start over.
That's actually pretty clever.
Entity 12 was allegedly once a fairly normal-looking humanoid as far as the standards of this bizarre collection of beings go.
Yeah, cyclopean, blue skin, and very long limbs. Yeah, about as human as you could get for a world like that.
Albeit having one large eye and a blue skin. This was before he began having more regular interactions with entities 01 and 02, who he claims ruined his life and caused his current appearance. He is still a humanoid being, but his form is in a regular state of glitching flux. His flesh on various parts of his body, including often the sides of his face, will be illuminated in sparking static, somewhat like what you would see on an old-fashioned television screen. He claims this occurred as a result of 01 and 02 not being able to remember what his name was, or ever having interacted with him, despite having gone to mutual parties and attending the same school. They allegedly even once shoved him down through a manhole into the sewer, simply to avoid speaking with him any longer. I
actually remember that whole thing. Gumball and Darwin were in a rush to get back home so they could watch some pony movie with Anais. They said, hey, take a look at that manhole. Do you see anything in it? As Rob was looking over, Darwin just kicked him into it. And it was like, why would you do that? And Darwin played dumb, like, what do you mean? What did I do? And then Gumball suddenly forgot. She was like, huh. Well, let's just get moving.
Asked about this incident, neither 01 or 02 remembered it occurring. Entity 12 claims that being forgotten by 01 and 02 caused the fabric of his reality to consider him to be a mistake, suggesting that their very reality revolved around the opinions and views of entities 01 and 02.
It pretty much
does. This seems unlikely, but we cannot
it is called the amazing world of Gumball.
Rule out much, considering the bizarre nature of this reality. 12 was then pulled...
Oh, please give him the remote.
...into a void realm, though this was years prior to their realm being devoured by what may have been this same void. 12 claimed he spent an immeasurable amount of time in this void, as time worked differently within it, and while in there, he had his mind and physical form corrupted by a floating, static, fluctuating face with no true physical form itself. He referred to it as a demonic entity with the power to make and corrupt whole realities.
Okay, I
12
like
was
this lore.
eventually able to escape this realm and did his best to forget about it, focusing his attention on getting revenge on 01 and 02, even
Nice.
taking on the odd villainous title of Dr. Wrecker. Unfortunately for this entity, anytime he attempts to exact his revenge, it fails so profoundly that often he will be the only one harmed.
Yeah,
Meaning he
it's
now
very
spends
painful.
longer and longer trying to concoct his plans and is insecure about their likelihood of success.
He actually did get very close using the Neville persona.
Making it more reliable to contain him by simply poking holes in plans he concocts when he reaches the final phases of crafting that plan. He claims he only put this vengeful endeavor on hold briefly when he heard the voice of the demonic being from the glitching void speaking into his mind, saying that the end of his world was coming. He attempted to warn the others of his realm, but nobody heeded his words. 01 and 02 have been asked about this as well, and once again they have no memory of this interaction with 12.
Huh? What?
Well, we
What are you
have no
talking about?
evidence to suggest
Nothing?
that this same demonic, reality-forming and corrupting entity will ever come to our realm. We are regularly inquiring with 12 about whether he has heard any more incoming threats from the being.
And of course, this is for Dresden's transformation, so he has no powers and no way of reaching the Reaper or anyone.
I, for one, hope to never directly interact with this glitching-faced demon, or any others with its same degree of power. Operative Foreshadow again? Really?
Foreshadow. Every time I hear that name, my brain's like, yep, no, she knows, she knows. Not bad for Rob. Honestly, creepy as all hell if with he's what he's meant to be. Pretty
The
damn
next
good.
entity is one that, at first, we
Nicole Watson, the matriarch of the family.
considered to be the most reasonable and mature of the entities to fall under this subcategory. Unfortunately, her temper when outraged by her family or others has shown that she too must be considered a present and dangerous threat to the safety of the Foundation and our world. Item number SCP-TAWOGB03. Object class,
3,
Keter.
of course.
Special containment procedures. 03 is to be housed in her
Wait, so does that mean Anais is full, or was that Richard?
own private containment with all requested amenities. Soothing music is to be played, and well-scheduled time with other entities of her alleged family in the 01 to 05 range must be provided. She is to be actively surveyed for any signs that her family is pushing her past her stress limits. If she seems to be getting close,
The limit.
operatives are to intervene, presenting a Foundation psychologist or some similar figure to speak with in an attempt to calm her before she snaps. Description. 03
You do not want her to go over the limit if you value your life.
normally appears quite similar to her son, Entity 01. She is a blue humanoid adult female cat. She cares deeply for her family and will not tolerate others insulting or threatening them. However, they are also the thing most likely to push her over the edge to becoming a containment breach threat. When triggered into a state of
definitely.
rage, or as she so calls it, being pushed past her limits, she can spontaneously gain a wide myriad of abilities, all of which have proven to give her incredible strength amongst other powers. Unfortunately, she is also extremely well trained in karate, meaning she not only has rage-fueled strength when going past her limit, but also has ample skill with which to use that strength
Plenty of
against whoever
training.
becomes her target, often operatives attempting to calm her. While the form of her rage is unpredictable, we have found ways to calm her in some of these states. The first time her family pushed her past her limit while residing still in their previous realm, she had broken multiple bones and her children had painted on her face.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I guess technically she did have broken bones. I would have said more dislocated bones, but that's just me.
Now, on occasion, when she is pushed past her limit again within our realm, the form she had then will re-manifest. The color of the fur on her face will change, giving her a more menacing appearance. Her head will be tilted at an awkward angle, as if her neck and spine are misaligned, and her eyes will glow orange. If she stares too long at someone while in this state, their strength and energy will be sucked from their bodies. We have been able to stop this in
a literal soul drain.
each case before she completely killed anyone, but it has still resulted in a healing and rest period of at least 3 days for anyone affected. Thankfully, when she does take this form, we have found that showing her herself in a mirror, allowing her to see how monstrous her family has triggered her to become, will bring her back to enough sanity that she will revert to her common form. Unfortunately, we have yet to find a way to return her quickly to her norm when her rage takes on the form of her body becoming massive and muscular, as is another risk of her going past her limit. While we have done a fairly good job keeping her family from pushing her too far in the last few months, she must still be
I think we saw the form he was talking about at the end of Season 3? I'm not completely sure on that.
Considered a Keter-level threat. There is no telling the destruction she could cause if her family were to push her and she were to then escape into a populated area.
Oh yeah, no, we'd all be screwed. A massive blue cat woman that could literally rip a car in half like nothing? We're screwed. Simple.
If you're liking the art and stories you're seeing here today, you might want to check out some of the stuff available in the ever-growing Popcross Studios library of physical books.
Dr. McGregor, you seem to be getting into the advertisement surprisingly quickly for once.
Yeah, well, I was just eating a panini and figured if I spend a bunch of time complaining about being pulled into the non-canonical advertisement realm again, it'll just take me longer to get back to that before Benny or Vasilia start taking bites out of me food. So if you like art and stories, you can check out Vigilance or Mytholethal. Mytholethal even has art.
He's pretty much just like, hey, I'm in a rush so I can eat my panini in peace.
Never before seen on the channel before, made just for the book release.
I would imagine the Popcross coloring books, specifically the Demon coloring book, is most relevant to the current video's theme, given it even has a few SCPs within it.
Yeah, always getting to that,
but I guess
since you done mentioned it, I don't have to and can wrap up with the Monsters of the Multiverse art book. For folks who don't care about story and nothing like that, and just want a few hundred cool monster drawings to look at in book form. All those is linked in the description and more is going to be coming up
I'd say they would be missing out
soon.
I believe that was faster than these interruptions have run lately. Well executed, Doctor.
Yeah, thanks. Now get back to your lecture and let me get back to me lunch.
The next entity, thankfully, has proven—
Wait, Rocky? Really? Huh. This is gonna be interesting.
to be far easier to contain. We suspect he may have the same ability to gain spontaneous powers, as many entities from this realm seem to have, but
oh guys, as far as I can figure out, Rocky has nothing going for him. Dude is literally just a janitor out of school, and not even that. He's also the lunchroom walker and possibly a substitute teacher, I don't know.
thus far he is one of the few we feel almost comfortable enough to put in the safe category.
Definitely. Dude
Almost,
has nothing.
but not quite. Item number SCP-TAWOGB10. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures. On a precautionary basis, Entity 10 is to be housed in a cell with the same reinforcements as others from this realm. A revolving roster of rock music, including bands such as AC/DC and Kiss, are to be played in his room for periods of 4 hours per day or longer upon the entity's request. If he proves to be a safe class object in the long term, he is then to be given the option to clean the halls in and around his cell, and possibly given the position of shuttle driver, taking operatives between sectors of the site he is housed in.
That's right, he's a bus driver.
Description: Entity 10 is a semi-humanoid with a large head and mouth and narrow limbs. His entire body is covered in thick orange fur, and he has a long curved nose with a striped pattern on it. When one
thing I don't think any of us ever actually realized or asked in the show is, why is Rocky orange when both of his parents are gray? Is it a recessive gene or something?
Hiding in their previous realm, this entity held many positions, working for the school that many of our now contained entities attended, Elmore Junior High. He was a bus driver, cook, and janitor. His parents are also entities we anticipate having to contain if they have fallen through to our realm, though we have not yet found them if they are here. They do not have his same skin color, but are also of an unusual shape compared to common humans of our realm, at least from what has been described by this entity and others. But his mother was also the entity that 02 referred to as being a purely evil being. This is frankly quite surprising. His father is said to also be quite unpleasant, albeit not as inherently evil as 10's mother is supposedly, but Entity 10 himself is very calm, docile, and pleasant. He has stated that he enjoys work that others consider...
I mean, dude literally has no aggression at all. I've never seen him get mad in the show.
...menial and boring, so long as it is in service to the children of the school or others in his community. Though he has expressed an adamant disdain for any menial work related to a corporate workplace. As he discussed his very brief stint in a position like this, his eyes began to go pure white, and he nearly fell into a mindless daze. Before some AC/DC was played, and he was snapped out of it. Again, while it is very encouraging to see any entity from this realm being so reliably easy to contain, we cannot yet change his class, as we have seen how volatile others from this realm, even those who seem calm and reasonable, can be. While none of us hope that it happens, Entity 10 very well could still snap at some point himself and show that he has abilities we have not yet logged.
It's still
His file will be updated as he is further observed.
Weirdly enough, he does look like a guy that would be classed as a high school flunk out. Or dropout? Both. Pokeos los dos.
Finally, for today, we will be...
William? Really? That's gonna be the final guy for this episode? You know what? It's your show, it's your channel. Do it up.
Discussing an entity that we had hoped would be able to be used as a spy for the Foundation. Perhaps we were fooled or overly optimistic, considering its resemblance to the famously safe entities SCP-131A and B, also known as the iPods. Unfortunately, this was before we witnessed the full extent of this entity's incredible and dangerous power.
I mean, kind of. He wants to be a friend, but no one can hit him. But if you were to give him a speaker system, yeah, he could probably be a friend.
Item number SCP-TAWOGB08. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. All reinforcements, especially active psionic nullifiers, are to be present in 08's cell, along with a television constantly playing various spy thriller shows and movies for the entity to entertain itself. It enjoys spying on others itself, and, while we cannot risk it using its abilities erratically in the field, it can at least be sated by watching entertainment related to espionage. Description.
Didn't know that.
Entity 08 is a large eyeball with avian wings stemming from its sides, with which it remains near constantly airborne. Its eye color is green, but when it becomes enraged or frustrated, this will occasionally change to red. The entity cannot speak as a result of not having a mouth, but has proven capable and occasionally willing to telepathically communicate with some operatives and some other beings from its realm. Through these rare interactions, we have learned that the entity's name is William. While he does not refer to himself as such, some others in this community of entities have referred to him as a snitch. He spent some time a while back acting as a
because of the
spy for one of the teachers of the junior high from their prior realm, a humanoid ape woman that I will discuss if this lecture series is amply requested to return for a third segment. He was apparently quite good at spying on others and enjoyed doing so. Unfortunately, along with telepathic abilities, 08 also has, as of yet unmeasured but very powerful, telekinetic abilities. When transferring the entity from its own cell to a shared space to spend time with other entities from its realm, it became enraged, apparently trying to communicate with one of the operatives moving the entity, who had not removed earbuds he wore that prevented telepathic communication from entering his mind. It then flew down the halls at a rapid speed and caused all the tiles and walls to shatter and explode as it moved. While it has only occurred once, it obviously makes this entity enough of an unpredictable threat to keep it well placed in the Keter class, as telekinesis may not be the only ability
I mean, he's surprisingly powerful for only having a telekinesis
it harbors. Now, that is all for today, but as mentioned, I am open to returning to a third lecture in this series if it is so requested. These lectures are now being streamed Foundation-wide, so if you would like to be notified when the next one is available, you may hit the subscribe button below the video.
Hey, that's
Thank
pretty
you,
clever.
and good night.
Alright, and with that, that's the final one for today's episode. William.
If you enjoyed this and you haven't seen my
Still
first
strange,
Gumball
but okay.
SCPs episode, you might want to go back and check that out. Or maybe my Inside Out SCPs episode. I've turned lots of things into SCPs on this channel.
Oh,
or if you
yes,
want
you
some
have.
different sort of lore that's also on the creepy side, you might enjoy my Jurassic World Demons episode that I put out last week.
I
Besides
checked
that,
it out.
that's all for today, except of course we're ending this video on some kind of
Positive
positive
or
or
inspiring
inspiring note. And the thought I want to leave people with today is a quote I read this week from a man named Justin Welsh, who simply
Oh, yeah?
said, "Everyone's looking for the hack, but the hack is patience." I don't know if there's really anything I can add to that one. It's just good, simple, blunt,
I'm a little confused on what that actually means.
and very true. I hope it's inspiring. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next episode on Friday. Goodbye.
Alright everyone, and that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of y'all next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.